talk about today uh, traditions. And the word tradition is from trade. And trade is it's actually two words. You have trade and you have trade actions. And this actions of trade, what man has done has been to pull up strength and with his spear, which was a tool of war, he has become insubordinate and become a traitor to his maker. His maker or his creator is his womb man. Now we'll explain this in different ways so you can see what's going on. But from tradition that's inherited, you have different types of evidence. You have buried tradition, and you have what they call origins from archaeology evidence, biological evidence, psychological evidence, anthropological evidence, and written evidence, writings. Now, most times that these traditions, right, or trade actions or traders, would want to place women in a subordinate position beneath them, and so women had rules in their lives, and with these rules, they had dishonorable roles, and they were slaves and prostitutes, and actually concubines, and all these, what we would say, customs that had prostitutes, which Christianity had prostitutes, that had slaves, Christianity had slaves, and dishonorable roles, and Christianity had that, and Judea had that, and all the way from the Greeks and Islam have all these roles where women played a minor part in the world after they had the child. And it's the effects of these religions that brings the empowerment, to man, and the suffering of women. And we will investigate this and other things as we continue. Yes, the facts that I'm coming out, many of these facts right now is coming out of a book called The History of Their Own, and it's the woman in Europe. You see, and the author of the book is Bonnie S. Anderson and Judith P. Zinzer. Now, this particular book they say it took about 10 years to put together, and it's a history of their own. And it's the woman in Europe from prehistory to now, and it talks about tradition. Now, it explains and gives me the facts of their facts, so I can explain to you the overall facts in the greater picture. But from tradition, the word tradition is trade and action. And in the action of men trading with others, they have become the warriors and the protectors of women. Actually, a man, by right, is the seed carrier, and his job is to protect the woman that he comes from. And appreciation for her holding and creating him in her womb, he was supposed to give his services to her in protection. But what he has done, he has mingled with other people, and what he's done, he has become a traitor. And in his trade, he has acted insubordinate. He has went against. He has, instead of Trader, he has said Traitor, which is a traitor. And in these traditions or trade actions, his influences spread it around with all the other men, and they approved certain roles for women, and many of these roles were dishonorable roles below them, and it was called empowerment of subordinating below them. And a lot of these roles were slaves or prostitutes or what they would call concubines. In each system that man had that had slaves, that had prostitutes, and had concubines, is that all the evidence that you need that they made women subordinate. So all those who were in that particular type of life was suffering, going through the transformation of taking women down and making them subordinate. Now, you did have a group of people that worship women as goddesses, and that was their rightful place on the planet Earth. It's that when the what they call the Amorites, or I would say Canaanites, I would give a better tribe, because it was 11 tribes of the Canaanites, which your Girgashites, your Hivites, your Sinites, your Amorites, your Horites, your Girgashite, and a couple of more of them. But when they came about, they said, well, you know what, we're not going to worship the women, because their women had done things that was wrong, and this was the white woman. So they said, we're going to overturn her. Now, those that was the pharaohs, which was the kings before that, they just blatantly did it for greed. But you did have women warriors, just as today, and these women warriors of today are the women that wear the makeup, the sensual ones, and they use their attraction, their powers of attraction, to basically get where they need to go. You see, so and the women of the that was in power before were the queens and the empresses, and today this power was taken away from them, from the monetary system, the bank, the world banking system, and they are now considered to be the women of wealth. And the women of wealth, right, is actually those women who have money, but the money is controlled by man. So they're under the control of man, or they're still subordinate. And those who are educated, right, are artistic in as far as being a artist, artistic in being a actor. You see, they're still under the Actors Guild. A guild is like a fish to breathe, and they're still being manipulated to bring forth actions that other people will mimic. Now, education, the educated woman, she has been miseducated. She has been miseducated by those who profess to know, and those men who will never give her supreme position as the goddesses on the earth.